Hey everybody, it's LaRonda and I'm back with another video, and it has been way too long since I've posted a video and it's been really bad, but it is the summertime here and I'm really hoping that I am back for good. I have a little bit more time on my hands. My son is away for the summer visiting family in the States, and so I got time to do videos. I'm not rushing home to do homework and stuff like that. So I'm hoping to get a bunch of dates in and all that kind of stuff, which brings me to my topic. This weekend I went out with some girlfriends, and whenever you meet up with new people that come into your circle, some of them, you never know what kind of things they're bringing to the table. So what usually comes up a lot of times when ladies go out is being single and dating, especially when most of us at this particular night were single ladies, except for one or two of us who were not. But one of the things that always comes up is dating. So one of the girls asked me, what is it that I'm looking for in a man? And it brought to my attention again the fact that it is very difficult sometimes for me to answer that question in an articulate way that somebody could use to go ahead and then say, okay, well, I know somebody that fits that description or whatever, because I feel like a lot of times when people are asking me that, they're talking about physical attributes and stuff like that. But for somebody like me who has sort of an eclectic style and it varies, and a lot of things that I look for in men are based on the feeling that I get when I'm around him and the vibe and the energy that comes off of him, and that's generally what I connect with. Because yes, the physical thing is important, but the things that I find physically attractive really vary a lot. You cannot pin me down to one specific hair color. You can't pin me down to one race. You can't pin me down to one culture. You can't pin me down to one language, whatever. You just cannot pin me down. So whenever somebody asks me that, it's hard for me to describe it. But I was like, you know what? At this point in my life, I really cannot afford to not be able to describe that to someone in an articulate way that they could use to go into the back of their mind and think about all their friends, and when they're out and about and interacting with people in a way that they could think about me and say, oh, you know what? He matches sort of the description of what LaRonda might be looking for. So I said, okay, today I'm going to create this video and I'm going to put my wants out there into the universe. I'm just going to put it out there. I'm going to let you guys know what I'm looking for and let the universe take over the rest, okay? Now, a lot of these things that I'm about to say are intangible things. They're not something that you can necessarily see or whatever. It's all about energy and vibe, but I'm going to say it anyway and we'll see what happens. So first is what I look for is someone who is goal-oriented, smart, curious about life and about people, things, books, documentaries, plays, TV shows, whatever. Just someone with an intellectual curiosity that I could have a conversation with about any and everything. That there's no topic that's off limits. If I ask him a question about something, even if he doesn't know about it, he would take a guess or try to articulate some type of thought about whatever it is, so that we can have great conversations. Somebody where we can sit down at a restaurant at 7 o'clock in the evening and close the place down at midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning and still have so much more to talk about. Someone who has their goals, who is following them or reaching for them and constantly pushing to obtain more for themselves, more life and more, just more, always wanting more You know, never getting satisfied with just the way things are and always reaching for more. And I'm not talking about material things, but like I'm talking about goals and learning and stuff like that. Always constantly on the go and never stopping, never ceasing to learn. I want someone who looks at me like he loves me. You ever seen how, like, there's a few couples that come to mind whenever I talk about this, and that is Barack and Michelle. Like, if you've ever seen pictures of those two and how Barack looks at Michelle and how he seems so protective of her and seems like such a gentleman around her, like you can see, like it doesn't, a blind man can see that those two love each other. Especially the way he looks at her, that he is really in love with her. I don't know what goes on behind closed doors, obviously, but from the outside looking in, if the way he looks at her is the way he actually feels, then I mean, that is like a beautiful thing. The other couples are Kristen Bell and Dax Shepard, like the way those two look at each other, and the other one is Blake Lively, and I forget what her husband's name is, but like, I think Ryan Reynolds or something like that. But anyway, the way these couples look at each other, especially the men, the way they look at their wives, like, that's how I want somebody to look at me. And I don't want it to just be a look. Like, I want it to be like a feeling that's deep inside, like a deep-seated feeling that they have that just shows in the way that they treat me, the way they look at me, the way they talk to me, the way they touch me, all that kind of stuff. What else? Someone who I feel I can spend, like, you know, I'm a person that loves to travel and see new places and explore new things and stuff like that. So like somebody who's adventurous and has that kind of spirit of exploration and that, you know, it would be willing to just pack up and go to some far-flung country and see the world together. You know, and that we would raise like world citizen children and stuff like that, you know, that there would be no concern with him about packing up and taking our son to, or daughters and children or whatever to wherever, you know, that this is the kind of people that we are and this is the kind of person that he is. And I mean, you know, looks wise, like I would like him to be tall, like probably 5'9" or up. Would be good for me. Skin tone, all that kind of stuff, that doesn't really matter. You know, let's say I met somebody who was, like, I've dated blonde men to the darkest of black men, like, and everything in between. So, like, you can never pigeonhole me in that way. So, like, this is the kind of things that I want. And hopefully this make some sense, and like you could easily think of several people in your lives that maybe fit sort of this description. If not, I will keep practicing it. But like, it's something that I was thinking about, like I cannot afford any longer to not be able to tell people, because I've heard that a lot of people meet through friends of friends and stuff like that. And at this point in my life, I'm 40 years old. So if it's through a friend of a friend, I want all my friends to know this is the kind of man that I'm looking for. So, yeah, I do appreciate so much that the people that have subscribed to my channel, I thank you so much. I hope you're still watching. I'm going to try to be a little bit more consistent over this summer, posting videos, and hopefully I'll have a lot more content, because I'm planning to go on lots of dates and meet lots of new people and do lots of things that I can talk about on this channel. And hopefully sooner than later, one of these men that I go out with will be the one that sticks, you know, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But thank you so much for watching. Thank you for coming to my channel, and I hope to see you in the next video. Happy dating, everybody. I'll see you next time. Bye.